One.
Hey guys, lowman02. I'm joining Eli of Cardboard Confrontation. We're going to be playing some Canadian Highlander, which is a 100-card singleton format with no commander and 20 life points. It's basically construct a cube. I'm going to be playing with a mono white death and taxes list. I would love to play first.
It is constructed cube.
Yep, I'm going to mull this one. You can do better. All right, well, I'm going to stick with this, I think.
This is okay.
Keep this one. Probably get rid of this one right here.
Never played this deck before, so it'll be fun.
This is just a white weenie with some tax elements to it, which gives it a competitive edge against the more unfair stuff in the format. But at the end of the day, like outside of the fast mana, it plays a pretty fair game. I mean, it also has shit, which I guess shit's not very fair. There's a hoof that could be tough.
No, no hoof.
You know,
And yet the only equipment with points on it.
it deserves to be. It's really good. God, it's so good. Yeah. I'm gonna do this. Just play this thing out. Hopefully you're not a Graveyard Matters deck. If you are, I guess your graveyard's not going to matter that much. I'm actually really a fan of these. There's a couple sack 2/1 flyers in white. This guy right here, Remorseful Cleric, and then the Selfless Spirit, which actually tend to be really nice against like these green decks because they fly over the top. They can hit walkers. They also have hateful little effects that can be really good in certain matchups like Reanimator, Storm, whatever. And they fly over like Luxodon Spiders or whatever's getting cast here. Oh my. Okay, I see. This may be a challenging one. You say I gotta go fast, eh?
All
right.
Not with this hand. This hand is 99% land.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of what you want with Enchantress's Presence, right? Because I mean, like, all you need to do is draw like one efficient spell, and like you can just keep on popping off if you're making land drops every turn. I am going to tutor my library for something. What am I going to get here? This does not feel like a Mother of Runes matchup. Probably just going to get Kithian because it pressures well. And I'm going to play this card out and get my Kithian down. And say go. Gotta go quick. Ranger Captain of Eos is actually also another kind of interesting card that we got out of Modern Horizons that is not the most that's powerful one. Not the most like spectacular card in nature, but it's very good. All right, land. Haven't played a land yet, so you go on at the top. What do we have on the top? Oh, Parallax Wave. That's pretty good against my deck. The reason Ranger Captain is so interesting is, I mean, one, it's a tutor. It's a 3/3 for 3, which is already a fair rate for a 3/3 creature. It's a good rate. And it also can be used to stop non-creature spells on an opposing turn, which could be relevant against this Parallax Wave.
Yes.
Could be good. All right.
What could you get? Let's go, I guess.
Okay.
Ranger Captain.
Yes, sir.
It'd be kind of gross if you could recur it every turn to shut them out. Recurring Nightmare or something.
You could. That's a thing you could do against like decks that don't play creatures. All right, so you're gonna make me waste my mana, or are you gonna block the most damage out? I could see going either way. Waste my mana? Okay. You have a swords to plowshares.
Swords.
Mm-hmm. So I can make a fairly savage play here, which is sacking the Ranger Captain of Eos right now to stop this swords from getting cast. But I'm not going to. But this is a sequencing thing, because I play a bit of this format. You'd want to pop that. If you have swords, like you don't want to leave the option available. Because like I assume you have swords or plow, or I'm sorry, path or plow. At this point,
I'd be fine if you sacked it in response. I wouldn't even have to cast plow at that point.
You wouldn't, but I'd have a flipped Kithian, which gives me a walker. because I've attacked with 3 creatures.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I think is worth more than the 3 damage over the game.
Huh. I probably should have read that card a little harder then.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I'm not gonna do it because like it's a sequencing thing that I think if you played more and more of the format, like you probably wouldn't it wouldn't be a thing that happened.
What I should have done is
Just on your turn or before combat.
Plowed the Kythian actually.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I think you still need to plow the Kythian, but you're taking the damage now.
Yes.
All right. Korhaven, that's a good one. Yep, he's dead.
Yeah, I totally forgot that that was the trigger. I haven't actually played against that card in so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, plow your dude, block your other thing, take 2 is correct.
Yeah, well, and fetching probably on your turn or pre-combat, right? Just so I don't have that option to kind of stymie you there and get the flip off of it. No, it turns out I get damage off of it too, but
play land. Okay, play. What do I want to play?
Pardon me.
Just any colored.
Okay, so Savannah was in hand. Gain some life.
Well, I think I just need to draw cards, so...
Just casting stuff and things. Opalescence. Okay. Okay.
Dig.
Story circle. Uh-oh.
White.
Now, my curiosity is... I mean, when do you attack here? Oh, you attack with both. Okay.
Yeah, yep. I can't use that one as a blocker anymore. Well, I can, but it doesn't live.
Yeah. All right, so what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to attack you. For 5. I'm going to cast out Charming Prince. I'm going to exile this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Titania. Okay, I'm going to get this thing back. I'm going to tutor my library.
One or less.
Yep. How many lands do you have? You're going to have 5? I think here... I'm actually going to get Weathered Wayfarer. Ooh, Fastbond. That's actually going to be a really powerful one.
I'm at 2 low life currently, I think.
You have Courser in play, though, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, very good.
So... let's do that.
Yep, she's gone. Okay, draw into your bond. That resolves.
White.
And I think I'm probably dead here. We'll see.
Nah.
Well, Story Circle with infinite mana almost, because you're playing lands at the top, is pretty good with Fastbond. So you won't be at infinite life, but you'll stay mana neutral. But you're seeing a lot of cards with it, and well, I guess the Fastbond's also a 1/1, so I can't kill it. That's a thing that can happen. I could have also sacked the Ranger Captain. I don't know if it was right to here yet. I'm not quite dead to this, so I think it's worth seeing a few more draws. Plus, I also kind of want to keep you off attacking me because Opalescence makes it pretty possible to race.
Hey, my fastball's a 1/1.
Yep, yeah, that's what I was saying. I could kill it ostensibly if I had like Walking Ballista or something.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Fastbond is scary though. You're playing White Weenie, so Armageddon's a very real thing. 1, 2.
Yeah.
1, 2.
I don't think Armageddon's really beneficial to me right now, though. Don't think it's a benefit. I think you're ahead enough on board with just 3/3s, just things. Okay. Depths. Okay. See, that went all that often in Enchantress. That's cool, though.
One, 2, 3. Just do that.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, I cannot.
You can attack. I don't know if it would be good for you here.
Seems poor. I don't want to lose any of it.
Yeah. Yeah, all of your 3/3s seem like they're probably better than my 3/3.
Well, I'm down to 1,998 land plays remaining.
Yeah.
According to Moto.
Yeah. Oh, Moto. All right, I'm going to play out Weathered Wayfarer.
That's a good one.
I'm going to play out Gideon of the Trials. Is that cool?
It's a 4/4.
It's a Legend. You have Caracas in play. If I use that ability, it's basically just damage prevention.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Actually, I have to read this. Actually kind of funny. Prevent all damage targeted permanent with deal. So technically, I could turn off your Fastbond's damage that it does to itself. I accidentally just targeted my own Gideon. It meant to be Story Circle, but it's fine.
Prevent all damage.
It'll be all right. Yeah, it should have been Story Circle, but I accidentally clicked on the Gideon itself. But if I actually targeted the Fastbond wouldn't deal damage to you for playing land, so you just gain life and you could go infinite.
That's a cool little trick to know for later.
Yeah. Well, no, that's like Glacial Chasm is a combo with Fastbond. So is like Courser because you just stay life neutral.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that one a lot of times.
Just a small thing. I was trying to high up your mana. Use Story Circle to prevent the damage from that goofball. Unless you're going to cast something, which is sick. That means I got free damage in, or chip and ice off. Gotcha. All right. So we're drawing into a Mox. It's fine.
Shall use this.
Okay. How does this card work again? Oh, whenever you cast enchantment, you gain a life. All right, that's a lot of life. Do you have more enchantments?
No. Very, 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 very land heavy this game.
Yeah.
I need like a broken fall.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're really just a top deck away from probably stealing this one up and getting me to click the concede button. I do think you should probably. I think you have enough lands at this point to protect against my white creatures with Story Circle. That it's probably worth just saving them in case I do hit the Geddon, because you're not wrong. Like if I get in here, it's not the. I probably would at this point because that's the only area that I can really interact with what's going on.
Oh, you would 100% get in. Shuts off the Story Circle.
Yeah. All right, so Circle does a bunch of shit here. All right, well, I'm gonna Weathered Wayfarer. Do I have anything topical? Well,
meow.
We'll get mobilized district. So I can start attacking with a non-white creature.
3/3 citizen. Cool.
Yep. Just an attacker. Just a dork. Alright. I'm not gonna attack you. Don't tap out your mana and use it for something crazy. If you're gonna tap out, just use one, because I would actually attack you in tournament play because I don't want to give you access to more mana. I think you have 2 lands in hand, but Just saying.
1, 2, 3,
You have
1,
a
2, 3.
you have a Sphinx's revelation or something crazy. What is it, like decree of justice?
Well,
You know.
if you don't attack, then I just dark depths.
Yeah, but you already have access to 2 iterations of that. And all I can attack with is 2 critters. You're probably at a point where you can block. No, definitely activate your dark depths. I'm not telling you not to do that. Although I don't think it's going to matter that much because I have a Wayfarer in play and I have far less lands and I can get a Caracas. But
yep. But I might as well still do it anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Something no.
Oh, Sphere of Safety. Look at that fucker. Look at that thing.
That card cool is card. Can be very annoying in Commander. But you want to attack me? It's gonna cost you 12 per creature now.
It's a magical card. I'm gonna hit Caracas.
Yep.
Okay.
Correct.
Do this.
Need some beef.
Yeah, buddy. Definitely need some beef. Yeah. Yeah, ye old Muta Vault.
Such a good land.
You Vault, yeah, great card. I'll let you trade your Fastbond and your Herald for my immobilized district. Okay.
Yeah, take 3. 3 ball.
All right. Oh, Trace of Abundance. Yeah, that fucker. Get your land Shroud. Unfair. What's up with Magic Design? Yep. You got it. So is this the turn that you just you pop off? Let's see.
4, 5. Oh yes, I forgot. 1, 2, 3. Pay less mana. Pay 1. What do I want? Green, I guess.
Okay. Can I F6 here? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, sure.
Yep. Still can't get through unless I trade stuff. Nope.
Yeah, we'll be trading some stuff. That Sphere of Law or Sphere of Safety, whatever that thing is, that will start doing some things and some stuff.
Things and stuff.
Yes. Yep. I think that's the official term for it. Things and stuff.
Should probably just keyword it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly.
It's past due.
Alrighty. Get to Ye Old Wasteland. Target this thing. I think here, just gotta chop this thing out just so I don't get high rolled by it for right now. I'm gonna play this one out.
Creatures tapped, okay.
So your enchantments will enter tap now. I don't know. That's probably going to inhibit your game plan pretty significantly, I would guess. All right, go ahead. Cycle off the cat. Actually, you can't cycle it. You can you cast it off the top? No, you can't. You really need an Oracle Moldiah for enchantments, right?
Oh yeah, sorry.
No problem. Yeah, you can't cycle it off the top. No, that's not that.
No, I was trying to do something else. I forgot. That's
okay.
Not actually a creature yet.
Ah, Luminarch's Ascension. All right.
Exile target. Interesting.
Gordon.
I think 1, 2.
You gonna exile something? All right. What are we getting? The Gids.
See, the Gid is
I think it's either Gids or Weathered Wayfarer.
Yes, I was going for that Wayfarer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, do you, bud? It's one of the two, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, that was definitely Wayfarer.
All right. Wayfarer is dead and gone. Yep. A Soul Snare. Alrighty. Primeval Titan. What's going on here? Too much value. Yep. Cost a white to activate, though. Interesting. What color do we call with this white? Okay.
And nope.
Okay.
Going wide.
Yep.
Exile target. Please play.
Get rid of this. I mean, I could obviously get rid of the Opalescence, but I don't think your board is what spooks me the most right now. Yes. Caracas untapped, yep.
Caracas. Dun dun dun.
Yep, gots to think.
Soul Snare.
Alright, I'm gonna target this thing with my Gids. And we'll say go.
Roger.
Alright, so you get a counter on this thing. It's 4 counters for the fans out there, and then Eli can make Angels for a white and 1. At instant speed, which is kind of cool. A lot of mana. Loa. That could pop off. It's kind of a cool card to see get some play. Cool pointed card. Doesn't see as much play anymore.
That's true.
Think you probably want to just play the Loa off top with Courser first, right? So you can draw into another enchantment.
True.
Yeah. Not a big. I don't think I'm getting out of this. I do have a plan to get out of it. It requires some very specific draws, but they're not high likelihood draws. Not from this spot. Okay. Comes to play tapped, haha. So we get Cirrus Sanctum and what else? Wasteland, maybe? The Wasteland may take me off the Rish port.
Yeah.
Also gain 2 life, which is not insignificant. That's kind of problematic. Alright, Vesuva, Wasteland. Vesuva copies. Copies Caracas. Don't do that, please.
No.
Just sack it. Seal of Primordium, okay. Mm-hmm. Nope. Alright. Oh, Mobilized District. Cool.
Yeah,
Get in there.
Sorry to get one too. No, I have not
Okay.
had a spot to attack.
All right, tap.
Except for very bad ones.
Yep.
Dun dun dun.
Yep, gotta think. Hey, just to verify, because for some reason Moto's being crazy right now. Well, let me check the card out. Okay, never mind. There it goes. Of any color. Okay, so I can produce 3 with that. Oh.
Produce 3. Oh,
Yeah. So like I was wondering on Caracas is whether or not you had to choose the mana type beforehand and see if you'd chosen green, because you have options with Caracas, right? Like, so I could. I guess what I'm saying is I could Rashad import one of your white sources that's not Caracas because it has Shroud right now. And what I was wondering is, can I cut you down to only producing 2 white mana to utilize the story circle if I want to do something else, like attack you?
No, I have 4 white mana right now. Potentially.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was my question. I mean, like, it's likely that you probably just actually use Caracas to make white mana to Story Circle, as opposed to just bounce this Gideon if I were to fire it up.
Ancient 2.
Mm-hmm.
Choose another creature you control. Gains indestructible. Okay.
Yep, just does some things and some stuff. This guy. Okay.
Let's go. Let's go. I can't block. Let's go with that guy, I guess.
Okay.
And white. And white. And white.
All right.
So I figured when you fired him up.
Yeah, I don't think this works, though. I think this is still just going to do a little bit of damage, but not enough. Really needed to do it on a Geddon turn, but I don't think I can wait around any longer with the Primeval Titan, so I'm just YOLOing it. All right, and you prevent a bunch of damage. You can block with your green things, but, you know.
What deal damage to you? Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't target, so like that's going to get around the protection that I have up right now. If it did, I mean, I probably could have killed you a little earlier if it did have the ability to get around Story Circle, but prevention does not target, so or choosing does not target after you've opted to prevent.
Just get that. Cancel.
Yeah, I mean, if you block correctly here, I'll go ahead and oh, you're not going to block at all. Okay.
Whoops.
Okay.
Okay, I thought I had protection from everything. I just saw the protection from white.
Yeah. Oh, I'll keep playing this one. Am I dead to the board? Probably dead to the board. Some non-tramplers, so maybe not.
So let's see. Let's get rid of that.
The answer is I'm dead to the board.
Yes.
I can see it. Okay. I'm very dead to the board.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, on to game number 2. Let's hope we can fade the early Enchantress presence. I think this matchup's actually kind of interesting because my deck actually does have pretty decent tools against it. I mean, it's obviously Enchantress attacks the format kind of in an asymmetrical way, right? Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. And if it has the tools that it needs to beat up on an aggro deck like this, it very much so can, especially with like the card advantage engines that it has going for it. All right, so land go. We have a mock start.
No.
Okay. Oh, Loa. Cool. Card's a little slow against most standard aggro. That's one of the reasons. One of the pointed cards that like does not see a ton of play. Yep, you got it.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be in the right kind of deck. This deck generally has a fairly
or matchup.
A very full hand, so I get pretty good use out of it.
Or matchup, right? I mean, it's very good like in blue mirrors. If you're a blue deck playing a blue deck, it's very good. But it's a little higher variance as far as a pointed card, so it doesn't see a ton of play generally. It's very good though.
Yeah, and
very good.
And I'm playing crop rotation too, so.
Yeah.
And I think I had a point to spare. It's only 1 point, right? So.
It is. Yeah, with Enlightened Tutor coming off the points list, I mean, there's a free point probably left in that deck because I think that was a deck that would pretty commonly play Enlightened Tutor. And decks that probably get away with doing it because that card's also kind of it's tough, right? It's good. It's not pointed anymore because it shouldn't be. It's not that great. It's not probably good enough to be on that list, I think. What do we got here? Oath of Druids. Okay, Fertile Ground. Cool. That's kind of the other thing with Loa as well is you have to make kind of some causal assessments where like, do you just use it for mana or do you keep trying to draw cards with it?
I know. Whenever I'm playing old school with Jordan, we always get in those situations where you gotta like.
Well, old school is like a different breed. Like a card's so OP in old school because like you're like despite having a bunch of high roller mana and card draw and like just busto like spells, the threats kind of suck. You know,
Yeah.
The ways you win are not that they're janky and kind of just not great.
No, I just meant like how you get in those spots where you're trying to like not stunt your board, but you're trying to like stay on low at the same time. So it's a very interesting card that way.
All right, I'm gonna thought not seer you.
There's another OP card. That card is.
Card is pretty busto. All right, so you have Elephant Grass.
It's like
You pay 2. I'll pay 2 for that. That's fine. You have Idyllic Tutor, Ghostly Prison. Jesus Christ. Solitary Confinement. This hand's, I hate to say it, but fucking annoying. It's good though.
Well, you are white, so.
Yeah, and there are ways to deal with enchantments in white.
So right here.
Yeah.
Dust to Dust is pretty good.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna knock that out. I'm gonna play this out. Oh, I'm not playing Dust to Dust in Canadian Highlander.
I know.
That would independently make my deck far worse than it has to be.
I know. It's an amazing card.
That's kind of one of the gambits you run with like a deck like Enchantress 2, right? It's actually, I think it's pretty good against like these aggressive decks, but it assumes a ton of liability versus like blue and like combo. But it's very good against like aggressive decks. Like, it's not very good, but it's good against these aggressive decks. It's just it interacts along kind of an axis that like they don't have an easy time interacting along. I assume I'm getting prisoned here. Took away, so for the folks watching, I took away Eli's ability to tutor there with Idyllic Tutor because they had the mana, they had access to the mana to do it last turn. Yes, I'll put this on for a couple of reasons. One, like they're gonna get a card engine, and they already have a card engine in play, but I would prefer to limit. One second, I gotta think here. I'd prefer to limit how many cards they're able to see, and or at least tie up their mana. So I'm going to play this one out. I'm just going to attack with the Thought Knot Seer because it's all I can do this turn. I also had Aether Vial on board, so that gives me something to continue to present pressure and also use my mana to pay for this Ghostly Prison. If we get like Moated or something, we're probably just done. But you'll see an Elephant Grass. It means each thing's going to cost 4, which is significantly more. Really going to depend on what cards he gets access to, though. If he gets like a moat or some other nonsense, like probably just going to be dead. Elephant Grass 2 is not a thing that sticks around forever, so that could be something we can get away with beating. But yeah, a lot of effects like that. You got Solitary Confinement in hand, Worship.
6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Pardon?
One, 2. Do I want to be mana efficient or do I want to leave that?
I don't know what you have, but recommendation here. If I do have a way to remove the Ghostly Prison, you would be dead to the board.
Yeah.
You may want to prevent that from happening. But that's kind of why I took what I took, because I really wanted to limit your ability to... One, Elephant Grass is not value over time. I mean, it's got to be paid for, so it does tie up your mana. Yes, I'm going to put counters on the vial. Flip some coins. Lost. Oh, well. I think I'm just going to say go and see what you do. Okay.
Well then.
Gonna draw with the Loa first, or what we got going on here? Or we're just gonna play something. Okay. Mana is too tight.
Yes. Still gonna draw a card.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to get rid of your Worship. I'm going to give you a card back. You go up to 8 here, and then...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about playing
Silent
last
card.
turn instead of Grass. Maybe I should have just taken the chance. You just draw disenchant, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if this build actually specifically has disenchants. You go up to 8. What do we got in here? So worship, Teferi's protection protects your bullshit. You got another sphere of law. Leyline of sanctity. Okay, heroic intervention. All right, a bunch of nonsense. All right, well, I gotta get rid of this. I think. I'm gonna put a counter on this. This 3 tends to be fairly irrelevant.
Really?
Hmm.
Not a lot on 3.
Oh, there's quite a bit on 3 in this deck. It's not really a beatdown deck. It's more taxi. I mean, it is a beatdown deck. It attacks your life points, but it's more like an aggro control deck. All right. Well, I'm gonna. Can I use Eldrazi Temple to pay for the mana to allow my Thought Not Seer to attack? It's like an activated ability, right?
It's like Workshop. I wish that card only tapped for 2, but then you could use it for activated abilities.
If this works, I'm really sorry. I'm honestly just curious to see if you can.
No.
All right, no, you can't. Good. All right, that'd be hilarious if you could. It's 4 either way, so I'll attack with this idiot.
Yep. Yeah, playing that worship that turn is probably better, and I better use my mana.
All right, I'm gonna tap this thing, put a creature in. Well, ostensibly, or I could just be bluffing you. Your upkeep to see if you'll pay for this elephant grass.
Let's see, 1, 2. Gives me 3 mana. Draw a card. Potentially 4.
Yes, I'm gonna use this. Put this one in and say go.
No land.
It's kind of where I'm hoping to choke you. I mean, if you want a recommendation, the right player should probably just play Solitary Confinement. And I mean, I hope I don't mise it, because you have a card draw engine. Well, two card draw engines. It's probably the right play.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not spectacular. It's not cool, but it will probably win the game unless I draw pretty well here. Okay. So you had a land, or you drew the land, I guess.
Kind of.
The Mox.
The pseudo land.
I'm gonna read this card again. At the beginning, sacrifice unless you discard a card. Skip your draw step. You have Shroud. Prevent all damage that be dealt to you. Okay. Does not prevent life loss. No. I'm gonna say no to that.
No, it does not. Much like worship.
Okay. Well, I drew a land. It's your go. I cannot damage you. That good interactive magic going on.
Unless I discard a card.
Yeah, it should not be much of a cost. You have a, well, no offense, you have some trash in that deck.
Hey, it's Enchantress.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the deck's bad, but it's got some trash in it. Leyline, okay.
Pay 3. No.
Okay.
Choose white.
Okay.
And green.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can untap a land. Gives me 2 mana. Play a land.
Okay. Thalia. Putting the Hall of Heliod's Generosity into play tab. So, I wanna do this. Considering there's like only a couple of 4-drops in my deck, probably not. No. There are some that are relevant though. Yep, on the flip, cool. Ah, I see. I'll play this land out because where I'm going, I think mana is going to be required. You go.
Discard a card.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to discard a card?
No. Okay.
No.
All right.
Green.
Shocked by that, but it must mean you're trying to win this turn.
I just think I need to.
I just figure you're drawing 2 cards off of every enchantment you cast, right?
Yeah.
With Mesa and Eidolon. Okay. I guess you can always get it back with Hall too.
Yeah. Actually didn't have.
Gives me a little bit of a window.
Actually didn't have too many enchantments.
I think even if you have like 1 in hand, like you're drawing 2 off of it, like it's a divination to have a relatively board impacting card on the table. Some of them are obviously less than others, like your Ley Line of Sanctity. I don't think does a ton in this matchup specifically, but
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
One of the I guess it doesn't quite work. Let's say one of the interesting things you could do with this deck is if you can get to a point where you're making enough mana, you could actually use Hall of Heliod's Generosity in combination with well, Squirrelcraft just goes infinite anyways, but you could use it to play infinite spells out of your bin and draw your whole deck.
Yep.
In combination with Seer's Sanctum. All right,
It's a really sweet card. I'm glad they printed it.
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest problem with the deck is just has absolutely 0 range. It beats up on these like mid-range kind of decks, but against like the hard combo and the blue decks, it just falls flat on its face. You know.
Yeah. I don't play competitively. I just play for fun. So.
Yeah.
What do I want to do here?
What, being fair when you talk about fun, when one player's at half the time of the other one. Maybe you'll mill. Oh, okay.
Possibility.
Possibility.
It's a definite possibility.
It's actually impossible. You have Hall of Heliod's Generosity.
Yeah,
just keep 7 cards, or keep enough to discard. You can just keep on putting cards back on top and discarding. Although I suppose at that point it's a game stall, but alrighty. Well, what do I draw for the turn? Let's see. Get a Soul Snare? Cool. That's gonna kill something.
If it attacks.
Well, something's. I mean, I have to attack you. That is what my deck does. It attacks your life points. Attacks the life points. No. Heads, sure. All right, I want to flip. Cool. Ah, I see.
I think you won pretty much. Actually, no, what, you lost 2 flips now?
What's that now?
You lost, what, 2 flips?
Yeah, I haven't lost a ton of flips, but I don't think it really matters what Crypt does here. It's, yeah. Yeah, I mean, having multiple draw engines and making it pretty much impossible for my deck to do what it's intended to do probably means the game is over, but I'm doing some counting now to see if I can get you with a random Mize.
Mm-hmm.
I have to pay 7 plus 2, 9 mana to attack with a creature.
One.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
All right.
One in doubt.
Yeah, well, I wanted to know if I had to play the land or not. Is what I wanted to know.
I know. It's a card that gets
Yes.
played in the Commander a lot in Super Friends.
I will attack your life points for 3. I will pay a lot of mana. I guess I should untap one of those. Let's pay. And yeah, all right. Well, I'm gonna attack you. You want to blow it up with the soul snare? You can draw a card first. All right. Oh, okay. It is now dead. All right, here you go.
Well then. So I guess this is a thing. Oh, yes, that was the reason to do that. Okay, so we go to Earthcraft. That, tap that.
Mm-hmm.
To Earthcraft, untap that, tapping that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did I not tap it again? Response, my bad. No, I did, okay.
Okay. So you blew up your card engines. Interesting. I guess you still have the library, or you have more.
Yes, I actually flooded out to the point where I have no enchantments in my hand, but...
Oh, okay. I mean, you just drew a card off of the Dying Thought-Not Seer.
Yes. But I will draw them. I will put them all back into play.
Alrighty.
Which is why I did that.
Yep. Well, no, you lose Mesa Enchantress, right? So.
Yeah.
All right.
Earthcraft. Tap that. Tap that.
Mm-hmm.
2. What's that? White. 4, 5. Sigil.
Mm-hmm.
Play land.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I play Krakus.
Alrighty. Mm-hmm.
And 12 cards. Ugh. None of these are enchantments, creatures.
Ah. Well, unfortunate, but I think you're going to have to discard some of them down to 7.
I am. Let's get rid of that.
Uh-huh.
That. 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 And that.
All right. No. I don't think I need to do that. I can pretty much cast everything in my deck. Heads, yep. Lost the flip.
I would hope so. In a white mono white, we need deck 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, I'll play this Gideon out.
Oh, this guy.
Yep, this guy.
As long as you get a Gideon Planeswalker, okay.
Uh-huh. All right.
The emblem. That's not quite an emblem.
I'll make an emblem. Now I can't die to my own mana crypt. if this Gideon's still around.
Take that, mana crypt.
I've actually had that come up in a game before, where I won it like a negative a life total, because I had Gideons in play. It was on Jeskai though. First red deck wins. Oh, okay.
Don't even know what I.
The right answer is probably anything.
Actually, no. I know what I want. What I'm saying.
Because you have Sigil in place, so you just try to win the game. All right, Opalescence. Oh, okay. Do you win the game this turn? Yes.
Yes.
Thank goodness. Because I'll tell you, the honest to God's truth is, this game was utterly dull from this side of the table.
Yeah, I get it. It's hard to get through.
No, I'm not complaining. I just, it's just, it's a bad matchup, and my deck does not interact with the kind of solitaire game plan you got going on over there. At least this version of it. Now, if it's on Storm, we could race, just pod race.
I think I'd be dead from Storm a long time ago.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, it'd be probably turn 3 or 4. I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, like if you get like the Leyline of Sanctity, which even Storm can deal with, because it runs like Chain of Vapors and shit. Yeah, it's kind of tough.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Oh, okay. not my Mana Crypt. Don't take my Mana Crypt. Come on. Gideon. Why would you take Gideon?
I misclicked. Sorry.
Oh, oops. I mean, you could just attack it with 1 here 4/4. That move doesn't matter. I love it. Okay. Okay. Yep. Yep.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Finally dug into it.
I have a Dawn Charm here, so
that'd be
not quite dead here. Dawn Charm into Wrath of God.
Sorry, it took a while to dig there. I had a very, very huge.
No, it's
Enchantress.
It's Enchantress. It's a really feast or famine deck for like the viewers out there, and like in some matchups like this one, this is a horrible matchup for like Death and Taxes, in my opinion. Like I do have cards that can deal with enchantments and like various permanent types, but
to be fair, there were a couple turns you could have drawn Armageddon and just that would probably lock me out.
Yeah, but I mean, like the thing that you come down to, right, is like I have to draw the near perfect answer. Whereas, like when you're drawing 2 to 3 cards a turn, even if like they're slightly irrelevant, like eventually they're going to get there because you have a onboard card engine, which is just magic, right? So like the chief difference between the decks and like why I think it tends to be kind of like not a great matchup for like Death and Taxes is because Death and Taxes is like accounting for not Enchantress, right?
Yes.
Just not accounting for it. It's like, Enchantress is like one of those decks that like is very good in general versus like a lot of the mid-rangey decks, which I think Death and Taxes kind of falls more into that realm. It's still aggressive, but it's more mid-rangey. Whereas like, stuff it's going to struggle with is like stuff that counters your spells is pretty good versus Enchantress because like you will never get you have a lot of irrelevant cards that are really only good in the deck with card engines because they turn into divinations on their own. Whereas if you're just like casting solitary confinements without a card engine, like it's where are you going to get? So if you have decks that can interact along the axis you're playing along, it tends to get really bad. And then like against for lack of a better term, like the real combo decks of the format, like just struggle fest. So just a kind of a tough matchup, I think, for Death and Taxes generally. Kind of leads to some non-games with it, but it is what it is. Like if you want the mixed martial artist kind of hitter, which I think Death and Taxes kind of is, plays a more median game plan. You could run into bad matchups like that. You're just like, oh, well, my deck's not set up to really fight against it. Actually, I'm looking at it right now. Do I have Disenchant? I do have Disenchant. Like, really, the axes along which I can interact with most enchantments are the Relic Seeker, which I think you saw in one game, the Council's Judgment in my deck, and then, like, the Unexpectedly Absent. And then I can hope to hit you long mana with Armageddon or Ravage the War. But, depending on where the game state's at, they can sometimes be too late. Because like Enchantress is, again, it's a combo deck. It's a slower combo deck, but like any combo, it's gonna get choked along mana or cards. And if you've already seen enough cards and you have like that hand of 7 cards that has 4 to 5 lands in it, because that's oftentimes what that style of deck, unless it's really going off, is going to kind of look like. Is it's going to eventually get clunked up with lands as it's drawing a bunch of cards. Tends to be kind of irrelevant at that point. You're just like, all right, Armageddon, you'd slow you down by a couple turns, but the card engine's still going to run me over.
Are you playing? Are you playing a Lightning Tutor in your deck or no?
Oh, absolutely not. No. That's not. I mean, you could play it in Death and Taxes, but it's really not a very good tempo impacting card. This deck has targets. It's like one card that actually would have been kind of relevant if I had been playing a Highlander would have been like Phyrexian Revoker to turn off a couple of your abilities that you had. Namely, I think it was Story Circle in the first game. But I think in general, like Enlightened Tutor is a card that you really want in decks that are going to single-handedly win with whatever they find with it. Like Fast Bond. I think in Enchantress it's perfectly fine too because you have enchantments that like you can get to a point in the game where like you either need to establish an engine, i.e. like Enchantress's presence is a good target with it, or get to a point where like, oh shit, I'm gonna die, like get moat with it, or Sphere of Safety or whatever. Or I'm already like way ahead on cards. I just want to win at this point. Get Sigil, get whatever. Like there's enchantments that win the game as well, Opalescence. So yeah, I mean, I think in that deck it makes 100% sense. But like, you can put it in like Death and Taxes, but like you're getting like what Umezawa's Jitte, Phyrexian Revoker. Well, those are fine cards, but like you're down a card off of it, and like you're really more of an incremental kind of like mid-rangey deck that really wants to maximize the value of its cards. And well, like getting in Jitte with it is pretty good, or a Skull Clamp with it, it's slow, and you also want to like kill people, in a better rate because you don't have as much inevitability as a deck like like blue-white, blue-red, Enchantress, for instance. Get to points where it acquires basically what amounts to inevitability, like the game's already over, but it's just not over,
Yeah.
sort of thing. So yeah, that's kind of just a matchup and like the deck I'm playing in a nutshell. So, but yeah, man, definitely good to get to play with you today.
Yeah,
I don't.
been
I
a
think you
while.
said you had to run. Yeah, it has been a while. Yeah, hopefully we get to play again more in the future, man. I heard you say you had to run, so probably not another game today, but
Not today, but definitely in the future. Yeah, I took a
yeah, man.
kind of the new year off a little bit, but I'm getting back into it. So yeah, we'll definitely do a bunch more recording. Some Canadian Highlander, old school, pre-modern, whatever.
Yeah, any format's good with me, man. I mean, I don't have a lot of commander decks built, but I mean, I can probably even do that if you
Oh,
wanted to.
oh no, we don't have to play that.
Yeah.
I know you're not a fan.
I mean, like
We got
it's the thing is with it, like commander for me, like I don't have as much fun personally playing it, but like it's a format that like I actually enjoy playing with like 4 people if they're like people
yeah,
that I enjoy playing with, if they're like random, no offense, assholes, like just
yeah.
like they're just random people on Moto. I'm like, I don't really,
No, no.
I don't get much out of it. People get salty and shit. It's like, all right, now fuck this.
I understand. I only play with people I know, and I find a lot of channels now that do YouTube. They do the same thing or play with their Patreon, so they don't have to deal with all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, and Commander's just one of those formats too, where like there's a very big balancing act in deck construction, right? Like I know, like you look at like Pleasant Kenobi's content on some of the Commander stuff they do. They're like, all right, let's not play Soul Ring and Mana Crypt because it's just you end
Yeah,
up with kind of some games that are pretty shisty, like
yeah,
or just like they're just not good games. You're just like, all right, well, yep, had these, I win, but yeah, it's a tough balancing act, right? Because Commander is just it's like pro wrestling, right?
yeah,
It's like it's so distinct from Magic, and there's I mean, it's weird, right? Is like you can actually play a more pointed deck in Canadian Highlander than you can in Canadian Highlander, or in EDH than you can in Canadian Highlander. Like you can
oh
play
yeah,
an absurd amount of points.
yep,
Now you can't play all of the same points. Like you can't play Black Lotus in your deck, but I mean you can play, freaking probably like 28 points or something, or 30 points in a deck with all the blue cards that are,
yeah,
all the fast mana that's not hit. So
yep,
anyway, yeah, I mean it's just everyone's got different taste in it, but I will play it. I mean I have played it with people, so.
yep. Multiplayer is the way to play it.
Yeah, 1v1. Like I'm not like I'd rather just play Canadian Highlander than EDH and 1v1 because it's like
Yeah,
you just get so many unbalanced matchups in EDH too. It's just like like there's probably like right way, like if you wanted to win, quote unquote, like there's probably just right ways of building 1v1 decks.
oh yeah, for sure.
More deterministic. So, anyways, man, good times. Appreciate it, and hope to the viewers out there they enjoyed it as well.
Yes. Thanks for watching, everyone. Ciao.
All right, later, bud.